Evening, boils and ghouls. In this episode, we're going to be discussing the zombie movie Cooties, starring Elijah Wood. Then we're going to be going over the anthology movie Tales of Halloween, 10 stories all revolving around the great night of October 31st.
So stay tuned for the horror word with Shane and Perd.
Evening, folks. This is the horror word with Shane and Perd. Tonight, we sat down together and we watched the recent horror flick Cooties.
Watch it!
Sorry, didn't see that.
Well, maybe you should take in your surroundings more.
Yeah.
You are so ugly.
You look like you got chickenpox. If chickenpox was made out of hemorrhoids.
You listening to me?
This revolves around little kids turning into zombies. Starting off with a processed chicken nugget eaten at lunchtime.
Oh, man, was that gross.
That was a great intro. Fantastic
Let's
intro.
talk about how gross that was.
It was awesome.
They made the chicken nugget look...
I'll never eat a chicken nugget again. Not ever in my life. It literally made me so grossed out. I will never eat another chicken nugget.
I actually had to turn away.
It was bad.
I hate to admit that, but I did. I had to turn away. Now, I had just stuffed myself with a bunch of pizza. And
Yeah,
shit, so
right.
I was pretty full.
Yeah. So as the movie progresses, the little girl zombie bites other little kids who all turn into these rampant little zombie monsters. Patriot, the little boy named Patriot, born on 9/11. So as they progress through the movie, they realize that only the children are becoming the zombies, that all the adults just get a mild case of the flu. However, the little kids can tear you apart, rip you into a million little pieces. So all in all, I liked it. I thought it was good. It is kind of has this feeling of Dawn of the Dead inside of a school, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They have a great montage of building a weapon, you know, and they actually joke that in all 80s movies there's a montage about building a weapon and preparing for the final fight, and they don't disappoint. This one's really good.
The hour's approaching to give it your best, and you've got to reach your prime. That's when you need to put yourself to the test and show us a passage of time. We're gonna need a montage. Ooh, it takes a montage. Show a lot of things happening at once. Remind everyone of what's going on. And with every shot, show a little improvement. To show it raw would take too long. That's called a montage. Girl, we want a montage. In anything, if you want to go from just a beginner to a pro, you need a montage. Even Rocky had a montage. Always fade out in a montage. If you fade out, it seems like more time has passed in a montage.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I thought it was fantastic.
Right?
I wasn't expecting it to be so goddamn funny.
It was really funny. It was funnier than I expected.
Yeah, we were both just like,
Just
dude,
busting
this
up
movie
laughing.
is freaking hilarious.
Rainn Wilson is in it. He plays the angry gym teacher, angry militant gym teacher who's constantly referencing his awards from high school. But he does a fantastic job. Elijah Wood always delivers. I really like that he's kind of like moved away from the Frodo things, which they do make a joke about in the movie at one point. Somebody's like, "What are you, Frodo?" And they kind of all stop and look at the camera, you know, break that fourth wall a little bit. But all in all, I liked the movie. I don't think it was the best zombie movie I've ever watched in my entire life, but it was worth a watch. I enjoyed it.
There was some really good characters being developed early on, like the rape whistle chick.
Yeah.
And I thought she was kind of like underused.
It's a rape alarm.
Yeah, the rape alarm.
It's like a subsonic rape alarm that also calls the police.
Yeah.
They have those? Is that a real thing?
Yeah, she's pretty much alive through the whole thing. You know, I'm not going to give too many spoilers. But they didn't give her enough lines. They didn't give her enough dialogue.
The principal character?
The principal was fucking hilarious.
He did an entire conversation in air quotes. You ever know one of those jackasses?
Yeah.
I literally have to take a piss.
And he's one of the first to go. Like, way early on. It's like, oh, I want way more with this character. He reminded me a little bit of the mayor in Slither.
Yeah,
It's
the
just
mayor
like,
and Slither. They
oh,
got a lot of great rants.
Yeah, this is a wild character. Let's keep this character
Let's
alive
explore
and
him.
spend some time with them.
No, he got
And it's just
gobbled.
like, no,
he got gobbled by little kids.
killed immediately.
So
That's kind of a drag.
it was left off with a good ending. The final finale
Yeah.
against the main kid was pretty great. Kind of almost like the final fight with Stripe and Gremlins. It just became this very like comedic, good fight. Left it open for a sequel, so I mean there might be a Cooties 2, there might be a Cooties 4 for all we know. All in all, thumb rating?
I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 because I had a lot of fun with it. I thought it had great performances all around, really good soundtrack, good gore, cool premise. The pacing was just fine. Everything about it I really liked. Really liked it.
Cool.
4 out of 5.
I'm gonna go 3.5. 3.5. I liked it. Not blown away by it. I've definitely seen some cooler zombie movies. I've definitely seen some cooler gore. The premise was okay. You know what I mean? It was gross. I do give it that. It was gross. It was violent. I enjoyed it, so I give it 3.5. 3.5. It was a decent flick, worth watching. So go out, check out Cooties with Elijah Wood.
Every year on Halloween, this town goes batshit crazy.
Trick or treat.
You don't have the slightest idea what you're dealing with.
Tales of Halloween Tonight, another recent one. Anthology movie. 10 different directors, 10 different segments throughout the movie, all revolving around things from Halloween. Some of the famous directors from it, like Neil Marshall from Dog Soldiers. You got Darren Lynn Bozeman, who's famous from the Saw movies and Repo the Genetic Opera. Lee McKee, who gave us the All Cheerleaders Must Die movie. Not so great, but still notable. All the segments, all in all, 1 through 10, I would say I probably liked 5 of them. Probably about 50% of them.
You know what, though? To me, it doesn't feel like there was 10.
It doesn't really seem like there was 10.
It doesn't feel like 10.
There was almost kind of a wraparound. Adrienne Barbeau does the sort of like the warriors over the radio for every single segment, and all of them tie together.
She's the crypt keeper.
She's the crypt keeper, even though Adrienne Barbeau is fine.
Yeah.
So, Adrienne Barbeau, come on the show. It'd be fantastic. Creep show. Good shit. So, alright, still fine too.
The Fog.
The Fog. Good shit. Come on the show. Anyway, going back to the movie. Some of the segments, good. Some of the segments, not so good. The opening...
Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth, great one.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
That one was fantastic. I liked the second one about a little boy going around with a devil-like character doing just the most insane pranks. They put a flaming bag of dog.
Most insane.
Just so insane. Guy hands out a toothbrush. They file it down to a shank and shit his ass. Well, that's what you get for giving out toothbrushes on Halloween, dude. Some kid's gonna shiv you with a toothbrush that's been filed down.
Yeah, he was a dentist.
Yeah. They do put down a flaming bag of dog poop that happens to be surrounded by a bear trap. Brilliant.
Flaming bag of bear trap.
Clink. Oh, that's no good.
That really is good.
So, some of the segments, though, not so great. There's one about a ghost, where a woman is followed home by a ghost. That one kind of teeters off a little bit. There's a couple about random trick-or-treaters that are kind of whatever. But I'd say all in all, 50% of them were good. There is one, Dana Gould makes, Dana Gould, very famous writer, very famous comedy writer. Comedian, stand-up comedian, awesome. He makes an appearance in one of them called This Is War. One of the weaker segments, but his presence in it made it a little better. about a gentleman.
And it had a good premise.
Good idea. It was good
Yeah, it
execution.
really did.
I thought it was going to be one of the better ones when it started, but ended up kind of crapping out towards the end. It's about two men who live in the same neighborhood who are competing to have the better Halloween decorations, and it starts to get out to the point where they're just murdering each other. But
yeah, they're just fighting it. I feel like it kind of came to blows a little too quickly, but I mean, when you only have 10 minutes...
Really, that's
to
the
make
other
a
thing.
film.
The movie is there's 10 different
Everything
segments.
is kind of rushed.
About 8 minutes, about 8 to 10 minutes per segment.
Yeah.
So if you're hoping for a really developed story, you're hoping for some longevity to the characters, not really gonna get it. It ends up being more like an ABCs of Death, where it's over before you even realize it started.
You gotta take it for what it is.
You gotta
just
go
kind of
a little slow.
Enjoy it. But
So-
there were some very solid segments in it as well. where-
Very solid.
I don't really want to give
Not
away
too many of
much.
them
I
away.
don't want to give it. You know, like
Yeah.
the whole serial killer thing. That was really cool.
That was pretty good. The little
That is too new. We really shouldn't give too many spoilers. On
no,
that one.
not too many. There's still, keeping in mind, we've mentioned maybe 4 segments. There's a total of 10 in the movie, but I would say it's definitely worth a watch. It's a really good movie. So, Severed Thumb rating?
Oh, for me, that one also was gonna get a 4 out of 5.
Also 4.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was an enjoyable time, and there was some really cool segments in there, like the kidnapping one, which was my personal favorite.
Nice.
Loved it. So
I'm gonna go 3. I liked it a little less than I liked Cooties. Some of the segments for me were a real big disappointment. Some of them were pretty low quality. Some of them, however, blew my mind, and I'll go back and watch them anytime. But this will be a great one to plug on at a horror movie or at a Halloween party this year if you're having one.
Oh yeah,
This would be a good one to have on in the background.
yeah, I could see this becoming like a
pretty annual Halloween movie that people watch.
On the next episode, we are going to be discussing our top 10 favorite horror movies to watch around Halloween.
Halloween right around the corner. Amazing things, amazing times. Lots of people having parties. Some movies to put on in the background. Some great movies that are fun to watch. Some movies you put on just to gross your friends out just because they've never seen them before. Some movies you put on just because you love them every year or you've watched them since you were a kid. That's going to do it for this week. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos in the future. We've got some great reviews coming up. Great stuff going on. We've got some awesome guests lined up. So keep an eye out. We'll be seeing you pretty soon. Next week is Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. Hope you have fun.
This has been The Horror Word with Shane and Perd.